We get it already. You want us to own nothing, and you want us to accept it, and you want to kill off the secondhand video game market, which includes resellers, etc., etc. There's a couple things floating around in the gaming industry, news-related stories. One of them is just a rumor that we got in a comment section, but I want to jump here and have a quick discussion. We've been off most of the weekend. It's Sunday morning. We're getting ready to film. But Steam comes out telling us what we already know, and there's a lot of people talking about this article, so we're just going to kind of scathe over it. But that you are buying just licenses for their game. You don't own the game.
Yes.
Which my whole problem all this time is things are still full price. But anyway.
Yes, so we already knew that when you buy digital games in this current market, you don't actually own them. You're buying like basically a license, and then they can remove it whenever they want to remove it, which sucks. That's happened with a bunch of Sony stuff. If you like bought some TV shows on Sony, they removed it without telling anybody. There's been digital-only games that have been delisted and gone forever, which sucks because you could be halfway through a game and then it's gone. But in California, apparently, they put in a new law that starts in like 2025, where if you buy something digitally, the storefront has to let you know that you're buying a lease. You're buying like a user lease, and you're not actually buying the game. So then Steam, it only affects California right now, but Steam is putting out a thing that says a purchase of a digital product grants you a license for the product on Steam. And they're releasing that for all of Steam, worldwide. It's just letting you know that, oh, if you buy this, this is going to be gone eventually.
I read it as, we got you right where we want you.
Yeah.
We've talked about physical media and stuff a lot, but I want to talk about some hypotheticals here because we knew this kind of already. We knew this was coming down the pipe. Most people that use Steam are not physical media folks anyways. Yes. So I feel like they've kind of already given into this ecosystem. But, you know, before I leave off this topic, the other day there was a sale on the Nintendo Switch for MLB The Show 24.
That's awesome.
One of my favorite games that I play all the time, almost daily, is MLB The Show 08 on PS2. But I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool to play that on the go. I haven't played a new one in years. It was on sale for $15.99.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, well, if that's on sale, I wonder what 23 and 22 are selling for. $59.99. We'll show some B-roll just so you know I'm not blowing smoke.
The old versions are full price.
That's where this digital space is going to get hairy, is the games that don't hit the resale market, which is the thing I wanted to talk about next. That's why I went there.
Okay, yep.
Typically, MLB The Show 23 and 22, if you go into retro gaming stores, GameStop, so on and so forth, they are typically cheaper than the new one that is out, right? Especially for those annual releases. That's common practice. But these companies want to remove that option. That is why they are doing this, and it's only going to get worse.
Yes.
I received a comment. We received a comment. I don't know if this is true, but if it is, this is just going to get a lot worse before it gets better, and I don't think it's going to get better. This person says, and we'll show the comment on the screen, we'll protect the innocent and guard their name, but they have a relative that works at Nintendo. Nobody's talking about this, that if they have physical media in the next generation, the game cartridge will be registered to your account, and you will not be able to resell it or register it to another gaming account.
Which is, it's physical media, but you're removing the part of physical media that makes it physical media. You should be able to, if you buy physical media, you should be able to do whatever you want with it because you own it. But not in that case.
And again, this is I don't want to say this person's throwing a rumor out there, but it is, I would call it in that rumor status. I don't know how to confirm or deny this, but it does seem like it could have some legs because that is how Nintendo is tracking this MIG switch thing. Is they've got that code or binary number that they can tell if a cartridge is being used simultaneously, meaning you made a copy, and so it has whatever code, I can't remember what it's called, tied to that ROM or that RIP, and then if the other cartridge is being used, they can be that technology I think is there.
Yes, they're trying to track it even though you bought a physical thing, which sucks.
And so what is the point of this video? Well, one, all of that sucks. But I've also been tracking a buddy of ours, Retro Rick, has a game convention going on this weekend. We wish we could have went down to support, but we both had stuff going on. But I see he was on the news for it, which is awesome. And I know some other friends that have went down there, have been watching some little videos, just want to make sure that the con's going good because super happy for him. And it got me to thinking, what is the future of that stuff? And all these companies, I believe, are doing this to stop the reseller end of resellers. We
Yes.
don't want resellers. We don't want a secondhand market. And you may be sitting there saying, good, we can finally say FO to Phoenix resale. But
Shout out.
hang on. I don't think, though, that everybody thinks this all the way through. It's folks like that keep the churn of these old hobbies flowing. And these conventions, those are all resellers,
Yeah,
folks.
everybody at conventions is a reseller.
Anytime,
Everybody.
if you're into sports cards and you go to a cool sports card convention or swap meet, those are all resellers.
Yes.
You yourself are in essence a reseller if you take games and trade them in for other games. And that is what the whole machine, every gaming company wants to stop that. And I just got to thinking, I don't think it's going to impact our generation, or I don't think it's going to impact Rick. But what's a game convention look like 50, 60 years from now?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be, I feel like the game conventions are going to look like they do today. It's going to be all old stuff, PS2, retro stuff, because that stuff doesn't have a license on it. That stuff doesn't have protection on it. Because you're not going to be able to go to a convention and buy PS5 games because the servers will be down. There'll be licensed codes. Like, the downloads will already be used. Like, it will just be this piece of plastic that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks because there are games coming out, modern games coming out that are awesome games, but no one's going to be able to experience those.
And I'm probably going to piss some people off here, but does it turn into the worst part about game conventions, which is plushies and stuff that has not, like, I like conventions that have games, but they won't be able to have games because, you know, I love the NES and the Super Nintendo, but when I'm dead and gone 50 years from now, I don't think there's going to be enough draw there to get people into it's just... What I really think is happening is this is the end of an era as we know it. Yes, will we still be able to collect stuff through the PS3, PS4, and have these conventions for the foreseeable future? For sure. But this landscape of video games and the hobby of being able to be a collector's market like sports cards and comic books and all that, these companies do not want that. They want to make sure that you are buying the re-releases, the remakes, or whatever it is, time and time and time again, and they're going to track everything you do. And now, even though they're forced by law to disclose this to you, they're saying, okay,
yeah,
we will.
You're buying a license, which, going back to the Steam thing, it sucks because you could be in the middle of a game, and then they just go, we don't want to service that game anymore. Bye. Mm-hmm. What? And they no warning, nothing, because they don't have to give you a warning because they already let you know that you're buying a lease. Mm-hmm. There's no warning. So apparently before this went inactive, there's a bunch of cases. Like there was a game called The Crew or something that got delisted and people freaked out. And then so they brought it back and it was all this Ubisoft stuff and everything. So that's why they put this into effect. And it's just we're getting into this dangerous territory of you don't own anything, but you better freaking be happy about it.
Yeah, I think it's going to literally become a space like we see with streaming of movies and shows and stuff. The content can be there today, gone tomorrow. Yep. How you doing? Keep it moving. You'll own nothing. You'll like it. Just a little update on some of the physical media front. We got Steam saying this, and there's a little bit of rumor swirling that Nintendo, if they go physical in the next gen, is going to find a way to make sure that if you buy that cartridge, only you can use it.
Which, that's so dumb. You can't even let a friend borrow it. That's the whole point of physical media, is all the options.
I hate to be the one to get rumors going, but from the comment section, that's what we got. Yeah. Figured we would talk about it. What are your thoughts on these topics and the future of console gaming?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It looks like I might just kind of be stuck with the stuff I have, and I'm good with that because I got enough stuff to play for the rest of my life.
This will last us for the rest of our lives, but after that, where are the kids going to be playing?
We're just worried about the kids. That's all.
Worry about the kids, okay?
We appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Keep physical media as strong as you can for as long as we can, and we'll see you on the next episode of the one and only Gaming Off the Grid. Dig it!